All right, give me 5 more seconds and we should be set. We'll mute everybody. Okay, all set. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Winning on Wednesday. My name is Juan Vitas, and the purpose we're here for is simply to get to know each other. I always say people do business who they know, like, and trust. And today we have our WOW Speaker Series presentation, and we have the real estate group. And I would like to introduce my co-hosts. I mean, my chairperson. I'm so used to saying co-host, so I have to say chairperson. So I'll introduce my chairperson, Shannon and Paul. So Shannon, you go first.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. My name is Shannon Poblette with Jovia Financial Credit Union. I can help you get into your first home, second home, or 1 to 4 family investment home. So we are actually here with the real estate group tonight, and the purpose of the group is to have a comprehensive group where realtors and people on the front lines can have a whole team of folks behind them, and home inspectors and credit repair folks and lenders to have a power team, so they have a resource for whatever need that they have regarding real estate.
Thank you. And Paul?
How's it going, everybody? I'm Paul Poblette, owner of Apollo 3D, a visualization company helping architects, engineers, and contractors pretty much visualize spaces through 3D modeling and renders and Matterport scans. And today we have a very special presentation with Diane. Very excited. And I also want to introduce Marlon, because Marlon was a past presenter. And I think if anybody watching this should tune in on the previous episodes with Marlon and Mike. Marlon?
Yep, we'll do the introduction. Marlon is part of the committee. It's as part of the real estate committee. So Marlon, please introduce yourself.
How's it going, everyone? Good evening. My name is Marlon Pena. Yes, and I've helped many people that had bad credit, put them into good credit. So of course, I'm the guy to have that free consultation call. Just let them know. Anyone that has bad credit, I'm the guy.
Excellent, excellent. And then we have also Mike, who's also part of the real estate committee group as well. So can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, good evening, everybody. My name is Mike Paneer, owner operator of Simple Truth Home Inspections here on Long Island, doing home inspections for your real estate transactions. So when in need, give a shout.
And before I introduce Robin Shatkin, I would like to introduce Carol. Carol is also a WOW member. So Carol, can you please introduce yourself as a WOW Elite member?
Thank you. I'm Carol Vinci, and the reason I'm here is I have a connection for loans, specifically targeted to real estate projects.
Excellent.
Or to help homeowners that may be short a little money, depending on their credit score. We can provide interest-free money sometimes for up to 18 months.
Okay,
so
wow.
They help closings that are a little challenging to get them over the finish line.
Thank you. And again, there's always some synergies. And last but not least, I would like to introduce my director of WOW, Robin Shatskin. How are you, Robin?
Good evening, everybody. Robin Shatskin. It's a concept and travel by Robin S. I want to make all of you just go away.
Okay. And out of curiosity, you know what? I'm going to see if I could do this. I'm going to have Fathom. I can't even pronounce it.
Yes.
Fathom. Yeah. So I'm going to do that, which is pretty cool.
We're admitting you into the room.
Exactly. So this is my recorder that's going to take notes. Fathoms, and it's a wonderful tool that, thank you to Robin, who introduced me to Fathom. It's really a pretty cool tool that it records the whole conversation, and it's nice. And then what it does, it transcribes the whole thing. So it's really nice about that. All right. Without further ado, we'll go with Diane. So Diane, we're gonna take the floor now.
Yep, sounds great. Thank you so much, Shannon, Paul, and Marlon. Thank you so much for the invitation to present to all of you a program that is literally changing the way mortgages are being done in our country. My name's Diane Noto. I am a debt conversion specialist, and I work with an online web-based debt and money management program that shows our clients how to stop overpaying interest on all of their debt. So not just mortgages, but credit cards, student loans, car loans, line of credit, anything that has interest, and actually turn it into a wealth accumulation simply by creating an action plan that shows them how to make more strategic, timely, and specific payments. So take a look at this clip.
We're not, unfortunately, does anybody else hear the audio or? No, we don't hear the audio.
No.
Okay.
I was looking for your hand, Marlon, but I guess I missed you. Hold
Okay.
on a minute. I know exactly what's wrong.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me do it again. Golly.
And I think Marlene, do we have you for backup? Backup pal. Or who was a backup person? Then we have somebody for backup. I forgot who it was.
All right. Sugar.
Okay, no worries as we
I'm
wait.
done. No, we're okay. We're okay. I'm just
Okay,
trying to
okay.
share the screen and yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good. Okay, there we go. Now,
Oh, okay.
this should do it.
Welcome to the most beneficial cash transformation system in the world.
Yes.
The first step in taking control of your financial future. This intuitive online system enables you to use financial strategies that the banking industry has used for decades to transform scheduled interest payments into wealth. Here you will maximize your cash flow, increase your net worth, and pay off your debt in record time. At this point, you may be asking yourself, how is this program different than every other financial tool out there? Well, simply put, most financial tools currently available tell you the same old thing, what you've done in the past. But this is where the biggest problem lies. You cannot change the past, so why dwell on it? Never before has a system existed that shows you where you are today, where you're going tomorrow, and exactly how to get there. Welcome.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it works.
There we go. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, very good. Okay, so over the years, companies that created products and services to change our lives for the better received the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award. Now, it's a highly recognized award because in the business world, Ernst & Young is one of the top 3 accounting, tax assurance, and financial services firms in the world. Well, the creators of this incredible interest savings system that I'm about to share with you received the same award when they first started out in the financial services field. And the creators of the program were noted in publications such as Broker Banker, Mortgage Planner, Success Magazine, and Broker Banker, and True Wealth, as a matter of fact. And they received the Editor's Choice Award from Personal Real Estate Investors Magazine. So let's talk about what is Debt Shredder. Well, let me tell you what it's not. Debt Shredder is not a refinance on your mortgage. You don't have to change banks. You don't have to change the terms of your mortgage. It is not a consolidation. We don't negotiate with credit card companies. It's not a debt roll down. It is not debt avalanche or debt snowball, if you're familiar. It is not something that has to be changed in any particular way. It is not one strategy. It is not one way of doing things. And it does not take all of your discretionary income. However, it looks at your debts, your expenses, and your income to take a look and get you to the fastest way financially possible. That's why we call it the financial GPS. So let me share with you information about the program and how it works and give you some examples. So it shows the cause and effect of your financial decisions, giving you a step-by-step action plan. I have a little trouble talking tonight. Anyway, we have a particular individual. In fact, in Pennsylvania, there are quite a few farms, although I notice here in Delaware, where I live, there are quite a few farms here as well. But in agriculture, it's not the little house on the prairie farms anymore as it used to be. So these can be in the millions of dollars as far as running and maintaining and so forth. Well, a particular farmer had 3 huge loans, very, very large, to the tune of over $1 million, basically, with those loans. He sold a piece of equipment for $30,000. Great, that's pretty typical. He decided with using the program, but he decided, I'm going to put it on one of these debts because it was a pain point for him. Great, he did it. he actually saved $9,000 in interest by making that extra payment. Fantastic. When he had talked with the representative that worked with him, he said, oh my God, that's amazing. However, did you happen to put it into the program to see what the program would have done with it? Because again, the program uses algorithms and formulas, factorial math to get you to zero debt in the fastest way possible without putting you on a peanut butter and jelly and ramen noodle diet, is what we say. But he didn't. So he said, look, it's your program. Let's put the numbers in there. You can always back it out, not a big deal. So he did. And had he done that, the program would have taken that $30,000, split it, not evenly, but split it into 3 different parts for those 3 large loans. And he would have saved $15,000 in interest. Yeah, he was sick. You can do what if scenarios too. That's something I absolutely love. We have a client, for instance, that was going to be paying off all of her debt in 6.8 years. Awesome. Needed a car though, however, and, probably looking at a 7-year loan. Well, that wasn't making her too happy because she was almost out of debt. The representative working with her did suggest, look, don't panic. If you have an idea of the balance and interest rate and monthly payment, put that into the program. Just see what it says. How much more time, how much interest is it going to cost you? This way you know ahead of time. She did. It added 7 months to her debt payoff. 7 months. So she backed those numbers out and put it in a more expensive car because she could. So it's taken the fear out of making those large financial decisions. I mentioned that before about the strategic banking strategies. Banks have been using algorithms, formulas forever, quite frankly, but to their benefit. And we are not anti-bank. Please understand that. Absolutely not. This is just another way of helping people to pay off all of their debts sooner, because they're going to need another car. They may sell a house, buy a house. They may be real estate investors. So there's always going to be loans through banks. You definitely need that bank. So we maximize your cash flow, increase your net worth, and pay it off in a third to half the time. So, for instance, we have a client. They have 4 children. They actually have a mortgage. They have 3 loans and 5 credit cards. And basically all of those debts now, they will be paying off in 28.2 years. Okay, seems right. That's just the way it is. However, their problem is they can't actually build an emergency fund, at least not to the point that they talked with us. Well, once we talked with them, now we have them down to using our system. They're going to be paying off in 9.1 years. They'll save a little over $130,000 in interest payments, and all they need is $25 extra a month to make that happen. That's it. And that actually freed up a little bit more than $200 for them to be able to use to build that emergency fund. So there we go. There's a life happens reroute. Life does happen. If you own a home, if you have children, life definitely happens. And I'm sure you all understand that. So it'll recalculate your action plan to keep you on track financially, and then turn that debt into wealth, which I'll share with you on this right side here. Over here on the right side is an example. Excuse me, and move our faces over a little bit, is an example of a financial analysis that we run for our customers, for our clients. This is actually a complimentary analysis. We always run that for any individual that would like to see how much time and interest it could save them. So this is the example. A couple of fun facts. We always call these up here in the top. Something I really like is, let's look at this one. This couple, these people are actually going to spend, and in fact, it's a mortgage. This is a car loan. This is a student loan, and 2 credit cards. So anyway, they're going to spend $4.87 for every dollar to pay down that they pay down on their mortgage for this month. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money going towards interest, quite frankly. And here's my favorite. It's going to be November of 2035. That's 17.8 years from now. Keep it on the bank's way now. 17.8 years from now, before they've even paid half of their debt, and they're still going to owe $95,500. Typically, that's the way it's done. However, this is the bank's way. Here we go. Their total is $192,695. If they continue on the path they're doing, $362,175 will be paid. That's 88% more than their current outstanding balance. 88% more. That's a total of $169,480 just in interest. And they won't be out of debt completely until 28.8 years. Again, people are kind of give into that. Okay, I guess that's the way it is. Doesn't have to be. There's a different way. With the debt shredder, our financial GPS, this couple is only going to be paying $231,119, which is $38,426 in interest, not the $169,480. That's a savings of $131,056, much like the couple I was telling you about. That's a lot of money back in their pockets. And instead of 28.8 years, 7.1 years. That's saving 21.8 years of their lives. And this is where the turning debt into wealth comes into play. If this couple, after the 7.1 years, decides to take that money that they're paying on their debts every month and put it into just a bare bones account of 1% return, they can actually accumulate in that 21 years, they can accumulate $785,370. That's huge. I always say to couples, sure, life is going to change. You're going to need money and so forth. That you maybe, buy another car, sell a house, buy a house, things like that. But how about half of that? Your financial advisor would love to get a hold of half of that and build even more than that money. And we always joke that that's 1%. If you have a financial advisor that can't get you more than 1%, find a new advisor. But we all know they can, okay? And depending on the market. And the analysis actually reads down through here on the bottom of the analysis, it's telling you the average monthly savings in interest is $1,542. Huge. Let me move our faces one more time. Okay, and we have a team, there's a team behind us, education and coaching. The results are warranted. So to the day, month, the day, and the year, that if nothing changes, the program will have you out of debt at that exact date that it gives you. Now, again, things are going to change. Different debts that are going to come on. So what? It will adjust in real time so that you know how much interest, how much time it's going to cost you, or how much less. Because if you get a tax return, or a rich relative passes away, and things happen where you get different bonuses and so forth, you can put it into the program and let the program decide where it should go. Again, its goal is to get you the quickest way out of debt, but without changing your lifestyle, quite frankly. And there's customer service. The customer service, although I always say that even though my job is probably, yes, turning to me is my favorite. I love working with people, but customer service is there 10 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. And they'll hold your hand, quite frankly, with anything they ever ask. And our clients always get an hour and a half right in the very beginning of training on how to make entries and so forth into their action plan to make it. We set them up for success, basically. Okay, now let me bring this up. Okay, and this is just an example in case you happen to be a real estate investor or know of someone. The program is on steroids working. Let me see. Marlon, I need a thumbs up.
Let's look at one example of the program's amazing wealth building and income generating power. From the previous video, we saw how the program pays off mortgages and other debts in record time. But our couple wondered, what would it look like if we also decided to invest in a rental income property and secure a renter? To see if this would be a good idea, they opened the program and entered a new mortgage amount of $225,000 for the rental and added a rental income of $1,400 per month. Then the system calculated its financial strategies and showed that both the primary mortgage and their new rental property could be completely paid off in just 7.7 years. just 2.7 years more. Seeing the benefits of what the program can do with just one rental property, our homeowners wondered what adding a second $225,000 rental property would look like, again with a rental income of $1,400 per month. After adding the new mortgage for their second rental property and adding the second rental income of $1,400 per month to their program, the system now shows both their primary mortgage and rentals number 1 and 2 could be completely paid off in just 9.7 years. Amazing! And they absolutely love the idea of increasing their income by $2,800 per month. So then our homeowners wondered, if we could get these kinds of results on 2 properties, what if we added more? So, keeping it simple, they added another $225,000 rental property into the program at a rental income of $1,400 per month. Following the system, our homeowners found that all their properties, including their third rental, could be paid off in just 11.5 years, and their fourth rental in just 12.8 years, and their fifth rental in just 14 years, and so on, up until their 15th rental, which could all be paid off, including their primary home, in just 20.4 years. So while their neighbors still have approximately 10 years left on their mortgage, our example homeowners could have 16 homes paid off free and clear. Wow, they thought to themselves. That means our monthly income could grow by $1,400 as each property pays off. And over 20.4 years, that could build to an additional residual income of $21,000 per month and a real estate portfolio value of over $3.3 million without adding a penny in real estate appreciation. So, our homeowners asked themselves the obvious question: why would anyone pay on a single mortgage for up to 30 years when you could be building a huge residual income and investment property portfolio that you own free and clear in far less time? We think the answer is obvious. Now you have the tools and knowledge to be debt-free and building wealth in far less time than it normally takes just to pay off your primary mortgage. And each client that activates on the program is provided with live success coaches. These coaches show you how to easily use the program for debt elimination and wealth creation. And they provide you with expert assistance and options when it comes time to identifying, buying, and managing your first, second, third, and so on income-generating rental properties. How many income-generating properties could you own free and clear in 5, 10, or 15 plus years with this program? Oh, and we haven't even talked about the possibility of a vacation home. Get back with the representative that sent you this video and ask them to run a free financial report that will show you how much time and money you could save and how much income and wealth you could build. Stop throwing your hard-earned money away and start building your financial future today.
Okay, and as he said,
And there was also a complimentary financial analysis to see how much time and interest you or someone you know could save.
thank you so much. I appreciate the time this evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us. Well, does anybody have any big questions for Diane?
So it was very interesting, and thank you again, Diane. Really, really well done. The videos definitely added another level. So again, I'm fascinated because this is all new to me, and I'm not in this real estate thing, but this whole concept about how your company has managed to start a conversation about these rental properties, and I'm assuming like Airbnbs and things like that are also in that arena. Shannon's laughing at me because, she sees my brain is going. No, and I think that it's really important because it may be something that people, I know a lot of people my age bracket are now dealing with selling a home and maybe moving, but they may have other rental properties. So I think that this is a really interesting program to at least have a discussion about.
Right.
see whether, so was there anything more specific about that? Because I know that we, that it went through the program, but is there anything that you want to share about that particular opportunity?
Let me see. I think what it's just trying to show, because I have worked with investors quite a lot across the country. As a matter of fact, I work with a business partner, and that's something that she specializes in. And we get them a quicker return on their investments, and that's what they're looking for. They pay out a lot of money for many parts of of owning those properties. But if they can get a quicker return, many of them, oh my God, I think the one has 52 properties, and he backed down from like 73. And that's great. That's great that that's what they want. But not all. Some just have one investment property. But again, the idea is just so we can get that generating income for them, that they're not paying on that mortgage, for any longer length of time. If we can get them to pay off sooner, again, quicker return on that investment. That's the whole point.
And I have a question. You can work with anybody across the country, right? Nationally, anybody?
Correct. Yes,
Okay.
in Canada.
In Canada. Oh, wow. Wow.
Mhm,
Well, we have a couple Canadian members. And
Ah.
Mark Matthews is a WOW member, and also we have our friend, trusted advisor was Bob Lane too, as well as in Toronto, Canada.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
no, it's good to know. We have some
Great.
Canucks. Okay. And is there any and what about any other do you work well with any other professionals like CPAs, accountants, lawyers, anybody that you work well with?
Yes, I work with accountants, financial coaches, some financial advisors, credit repair gentlemen, like the one up there in my top left corner. Well, yeah, because we work on with two different, we both work with money, but two different aspects of it. Ours is money today and moving forward.
Got it,
And
got it.
obviously Marlon's is moving forward as well, but the repair is of the past, correct, Marlon? But anyway, insurance agents and real estate agents, certainly they have clients that that they work with. And as a matter of fact, I just met with some real estate agents up in Pennsylvania, and something with them is that they talk with their clients, all their new clients and so forth. They have a flyer of mine, and one of them happens to own the program and just absolutely loves it. Yeah, I mean, it's a tool in their toolbox. And again, if you're helping, or those professionals are helping their clients to pay off their debt sooner, it helps in those referral. And that, we tell them it's an endless referral. And it's true, though. They have actually come back because, that's that know, like, and trust, right, Juan?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Learn to like and trust. Oh, thank you. And Carol, you have a question?
Yes, I know that you're looking at how do you add properties, but what if people need additional financing for properties that, maybe multi-unit properties or just single family homes, and they have a track record of consistent positive cash flow? I mean, that would be a resource. Could be a resource for those types of transactions.
There you go. I was going to say that's not my lane. That's something where I have a list of professionals that I, reach out to when they need something different, so that I can refer. So yes, Carol.
So wow. So you guys could take offline and continue that conversation together.
Yeah, and I, unfortunately, I didn't think about the real estate connection with all the other things I was doing. So I know this session is taking a break for the summer, but definitely something that I will continue to participate in.
I think we come back on in September. We'll come back much stronger and better and more organized. So it's gonna be great, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But no. So definitely, see, that's Robin. Is that a shira? How do you say that?
It's really interesting, and this is one of the things that one of the reasons that I love coming to this group. And Shannon knows that I keep coming and I learn something new every time. So it puts something in my toolbox. Just to know something and to remember something, and the things that I've learned, from Marlon's, but Mike's presentation sits as I walk through my house. I'm going, oh, what would Mike say? What would Mike say? That's what I have on the trunk of my car now. It's WWM say, so just in case anybody But I think that that's part of the value of what goes on here and what goes on with WOW in general. And I thank you guys for opening up this group for all of the rest of us to be able to come and to listen. And Carol, I love the fact that it was like a ding ding moment. And I just while I have everybody here, just Paul, I just wanted to ask you a question. How has because I spoke to you the day that you got your FCC license for your drone business. So I'm just curious for a follow-up, because we haven't spoken about it in at least 6 months, Shannon. It's been since Paul started talking about the 3D and everything else that he does. So Paul, just to give everybody a little heads up on, has it been you that's been making all these planes do landings in other places, or how has that been going for you?
It's been going really interesting. So yeah, so with regarding the licensing, how this works. Yeah. So with the new laws and regulations, in technology, the power of technology, you can just download an FCC app and literally tells you where to fly and your location. And it's pretty cool because essentially you kind of have to abide by the laws, because really you don't realize when you start doing the training and the assessments, you realize that there's a lot of areas that are really restricted and like no fly zones, and you have to be very careful. So it's been really kind of like weird and interesting, because I took Shannon the other day for like a test flight, and she was like surprised like what you could see, what you can you can do, what you can't do. And the laws about like flying at night, you're not allowed to fly past 30 minutes past, they call it daylight. So like 6:30. So right now the latest you can fly is like 6:30. So it's crazy, yeah. But it's been really cool. It's been really interesting. It's a different perspective and how to visualize your spaces and help clients kind of meet their needs. But at the same time, you have to know what are your limitations and not pass that, because then you can get in trouble with the law, federally speaking, which is that's
absolutely. So Mike, have you ever gotten anything from a client that has been drone footage of a piece of property so that you didn't have to go take a look at it? Is that something that you have ever had to deal with?
Not really. They haven't provided me anything like that. I usually throw a ladder up and like to go old school and get up on the roof, because you can really start feeling things out, move chimneys if you don't want them to move, but if you lean it on them a little bit, you see that they're separating from the structure and stuff like that. So I still like to try to get up there, but the drones is really useful in a lot of applications where you can't get to the roof if it's just too high of a building or something. That's definitely a great alternative. So
okay, and I realize we're looking at time. And Carol, I know you have a question.
Yeah.
I just had Paul in the same space, so I just wanted to follow up on that.
Yeah, Carol, you have one more question, the last question, because I think we're gonna wrap things up right now.
Okay, Paul, are you limited in geography? Because I know a real estate agent who deals with very high upscale price properties. On
oh wow,
Well, I love that.
So, see another connection.
So
wow, we're winning today. We're definitely winning.
So
today.
I'm not really that limited, believe it or not. So the flexibility of owning your own business is the flexibility of being able to go anywhere you want. So yes,
even on the West Coast, or is that?
It depends on how big the job is. So
okay.
Paul, can you go
make sure we connect? Okay.
Paul, can you fly over Area 51? I want to know if there's aliens there.
I don't know. There's been some weird stuff on the news lately.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, don't make Marlon laugh. It hurts.
On that note, everybody, I just want to say thank you so much, Diane. It was a great presentation. It's great. And I'm so happy that the audio worked. And you're right. The video was more impactful. So thank you so much for sharing that. And everybody, thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing everybody next September. We'll come back and we're going to take a break over the summer, but we'll come back for the real estate portion of WOW. But we're always there every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're more than welcome to join us at Winning on Wednesday. You can register at www.winningwednesday.com, and you can register as a first-time guest to get all the information for our meetings. So feel free to join to our meetings, and we're there at 11 o'clock every Wednesday at 4 years now, going 4 years straight, by the way. So thank you so much. And by the way, I'm happy to say we just found another new WOW member today who signed up. So I'm really excited about that. So
have a great night, everybody. We'll see you
Thank
soon.
you so much, everyone. Good night. Good to see you all.
Yeah, definitely.